Despite the digital world we live in, parents are constantly being told that television is bad for their kids. But the question of good parenting is slowly transforming into an acceptance of the culture and an understanding of the benefits. We talked to 3 fathers who have made their own decisions about television in their households to answer the question, are you a slack dad for letting your kids watch TV?
I don't feel guilty about my children watching TV.
Scott Hamilton has 2 young sons that enjoy an active, balanced lifestyle that includes television.
We don't dump our children in front of the TV. We choose programs that are actually for the children, that they should be watching, that we see positive impacts on them watching. And if we see behaviours that we're not happy with while they're watching TV, we turn it off and go and play.
Yes, I allow TV for the boys. It's good to see what they're watching, see what they're learning.
Colin Fox, 29-year-old father of a 1- and 3-year-old, sees positive growth and development in his kids.
I think it's because they're interacting with the characters and then they're copying the moves or whatever like that, and they're getting active, I think.
Gary Cummings, single father of Jacoda, 10, and Shariah, 12, agrees to screen time in the evenings but is strict about physical activity.
Nothing during the day ever. After schools, get out and play. You know, they get a lot of stuff at their mom's house that I might not agree with, but I'm not so easy on them.
Dr. Christy Goodwin is an expert on children's learning in the digital age and has noticed societal shaming of television.
That part of that techno-shaming is that we often look down at other people that use technology, and it's not the case. TV can be really beneficial for children, so it's not always bad per se. It really depends on how it's used, how often it's used, and when it's used, for example. So I think it's really important as parents that we have these open discussions about how technology is being used, rather than making it the behind the doors kind of closed discussion.
Dr. Goodwin has a unique view on screen time limitations for children.
I think for each child it's really different, and I think if we specify an exact amount, it's not an exact science, so there's no safe threshold. I often get parents asking me what's the ideal amount, and there really is no empirical scientific level that says once you reach this threshold you're into dangerous territory.
And we don't have a set number of hours that the kids watch every day. We don't structure everything. It's very much about how our children are feeling on a certain day.
Monitored, and for short spurts, you know, you never give them more than an hour at a time. They just become glued and fixated, and they'll stay there as long as you let them. And we never use the TV as a babysitter. It was something to educate them or fill their time a little bit, but not to, you know, it's not a babysitter.
It's just for the wind down when we need to relax and everyone needs to relax. I think that's when the best time to sort of switch off.
And if there's something that we can't enjoy as a family together, then it's always nature stuff, you know, and they don't always like it, but that's just the way it is.
Research has shown that consideration of content, interactivity, and engagement with characters can benefit children in unprecedented ways. Emphasis is placed on balanced lifestyle and parent involvement when making decisions about children and technology.
It's really about understanding what your child needs and being engaged, because as a father it's really difficult to be engaged when there's so much other stuff going on and you kind of forget that you have to be part of that process.